Ugh. Man, my freaking nose. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on with this next quest. Listen well, Scout. This will take some time to explain. I hope I have time to... No, I'll have time. The Ul'dahn Envoy. Reborn means to entrust you with a task of the utmost import. I prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago we looked on, powerless as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Carteneau, first by the Garleans, and then by the thrice-damned Primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen comrades, and of the warriors of light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you out as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it?" "Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as my official representative. Now it is a great many malms to travel, but I have neither the time nor patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions on the concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case. Though there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. I, Scout, I am not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the warriors of light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, Scout, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way." Time for us to speak with Momodi. Oh, so exciting! We get to go to the rest of the world and get to experience it all in its grandeur and amazement. What the heck is going on here? Oh, apparently there was some sort of concert. Wow, my brain kind of started to slow down for a second. I was like, where is the quicksand? And I wasn't even like relatively close to it yet. Let's see what Momodi has to say about this great honor that has been bestowed upon us. "Ah, back from your meeting with Reborn, are you? What did the big man have to say?" "Is that a fact?" "Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship, bugger me. That's an honor and a half, that is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more." "I'm proud of you, Scout. I truly am." Now, I dare say Reborn told you this, but not many people get to go on an airship these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa Lomensa's shimmering seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Scout. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folks with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor those experiences. For they are all priceless. All. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dahn ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are, Scout. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking his nose in other people's business, of course, and you don't ever go changin'. Safe travel, Scout. I'll see you when you get back. Time to speak with Eleonora at the airstrip landing, and thanks to me attuning myself to all the little mini aetherites here in the city, I can travel by aetherite immediately to the airship landing. Greetings, sir. This is a reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa Lomensa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, Scout Ul'dahn, yes? Highwind Skyways is at your service. You'll be flying with us today? Yes, please precede me to the landing area if you may. Oh boy. I didn't think we were gonna... How exciting. You know what? Let's do it, my lovelies. We're gonna board the airship. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Lomensa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. When we first met him beneath the sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Scout. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal.
bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Ul'dahn, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Woo! I did not think all that extra cutscene was going to ensue. Whew, I hope you guys are enjoying the longer episode for sure. Ah, you must be the Envoy from Ul'dahn. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, sir. Admiral Blohiswin awaits your arrival. Let's go ahead and leave the landing area, and I would like to finish this quest. Is that like too much to ask? Storm Arnergard. You're the Ul'dahn Envoy? Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Van Tael, and he will be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Okay, well, take me up. How far away? Oh, cool. We're really close to the Aetheryte Plaza here in Limsa Lominsa. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and run over so that way I can attune myself to the crystal. Now that we're in a new area, this is definitely one of the first things that you're going to want to do before you plan on anything else, really. Sweet! Now we can come back to that exact spot at any time that we so please. Okay, let's go ahead and speak to the Storm Sergeant here and see if we can get this quest finished. Actually, greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way. Darn it! I was trying to avoid another cutscene, but it's okay.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Ul'dahns place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven Hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail Van Darnus, Hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats, where we met with 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have never seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ooze of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamod came the winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut bent on making an eighth hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, and a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisoix still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on the unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. I do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived a calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. And this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Reborn has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You traveled next to Gridania, yes? Pray give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste. But I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Scout. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Alright, now we must make our way to Gridania to airship landing. Yes. Let us make our way to Gridania that we may also provide the same news that we had just given the Admiral here in Limsa Lominsa. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. A pleasure to serve you again, sir. Are you ready to board the ship to Gridania? I sure am! And to Gridania we go. Okay, so Gridania. You guys have heard me talk about this place so freaking much, but this is where I began my journey in Final Fantasy XIV 1 year ago. Ah, you must be the Envoy from Ul'dahn. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seedseer awaits your arrival. Let's talk to the Serpent Honor Guard, as it appears that is what our next duty is. Greetings, good sir. You're the Ul'dahn Envoy, are you not? I I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafika's altar. She will admit you into the lotus stand where the elder seed seer awaits. Excellent. First, let us attune ourselves to the Aetherite here, because we actually have to pass the Aetherite Plaza in order to make it to Nafika's altar, where we will speak with the Elder Seedseer. Oh my gosh, I'm back in Gridania. Oh man, I love this place so much. Not that I don't love Ul'dahn. I definitely love Ul'dahn, and my alliance is to Reborn, but there's just something about having done all those like all those quests to level 15 in this area that really just like it just sits with you more, you know? Does that like make sense at all? I don't know. And then along the way, we can also get ourselves attuned to some of the Aetherite shards, because we're going to be passing a couple of them, so we might as well grab these while we're here. Perfect. My sprint is off cooldown, so now I can run over here a little bit quicker. Here we are. Oh, cool, and this will finally finish the quest, as if it just didn't already take long enough. Let's speak with the Silent Conjurer. You're the Ul'dahn Envoy? Begging your pardon, sir, but I must expect a missive you bear. Verily, this is a seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me.
So you are the Ul'dahn Envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan Eorzea, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Carteneau. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It would seem my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say. I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. At first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Isambard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magic tech, some 50 years past, helped it raise from the depths of from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by its technology, it is about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Isambard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come by virtue of Magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and regaining emperor, Solus Zos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than fourscore winters, it is said that he grows frail, and ever more prone to illness. As rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession is destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains its presence in Eorzea and the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius van Balsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaks such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we can do to nurse our wounds. Never mind rebelled at offenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is the bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires to counsel regarding the Brazen Wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance servants may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when the last empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. And at last, we have completed this very long quest. You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the 3 nations. Before you may board any airship, you must pay the requisite fare and gil. And out of Ul'dahn. Cool. Okay, so the reward that we got for completing that quest is a minion. Pretty much they're little pets that can run around with you. And I'm going to go ahead and make it so that I can have the airship follow around me. So cute, my little airship, blah, 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 blah. So if you're wondering what these little things were running around with other players, they were minions, and now I have one of my own that I can run around with. But you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. The next quest, Call of the Sea, will be the very, very last quest in for the opening area. After this, we will be brought into, after we complete Call of the Sea, we will be brought into the mainstream story where pretty much everybody who started off in their respected city-states will be all brought together. And then the rest of Final Fantasy XIV will commence in the extended play. If you like this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It will greatly help me, and it will let me know that you are still enjoying this series. You guys, thank you so much for joining me again in this episode of Final Fantasy XIV. I will catch you all next week for another episode. And until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye!